What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hack Shack. Saturday morning early, we're getting ready to go to a Cars and Coffee for Kids deal. Gonna take the old Diamond T, got the wheels, street wheels swapped over. And I wanted to show y'all what I did after last week's video, and man, it was just a mess last week. I'm sorry about last week's video, okay? It sucked. I don't know, overwhelmed, exhausted, whatever. This week's video is gonna be better, I promise. So hang in here, check it out. This is what I did on the bed floor. We did not like the expanded metal. I just couldn't get through it. And I had this sheet of ABS plastic. Right now it's just self-tappers. I'm gonna go back after race week and put nutserts and put Allen head, button head bolts. But painted that little panel I built black. Juanita made the Diamond T thing out of that acrylic copper. Cone head over there hanging out. There's a little update on the cone head. Boop. 3 legs and a cone head. Sorry, buddy. It's Saturday morning and Thursday. Mr. 3-leg Craig got fixed and got a good clean bill of health. No heartworms, no lung problems. Got his shots up to date, microchipped. I don't know if he's regretting letting us pick him up in Pasadena when we found him or not, but he seems to be pretty happy other than the cone. He's not a big fan of that. But we'll get through it, buddy. Little Craig update. I just realized I forgot to show you the latest shirt Juanita's created. Green and white Hack Shack logo. Relay Craig. Abducted. These are on our Square site. Link is in the description. So appreciate y'all. All right, back to this. Plastic doesn't rattle. It's light. It's better. Last night I changed the oil, checked the diffs, transfer case, all that stuff, trying to get ready for a little road trip today. It's an hour away. It's not a big deal. And then also ready for race week. I left the caps off. I gotta get some better caps for this electric compressor. These are kind of hideous, but I purged a little bit of Freon off of here, idled the truck up to 2,500 and just let it run, and the AC seems to be working great now. So I had overcharged it a little bit. That's an update on that. I had some people asking. Be careful on overcharging it. This system does not take very much because it's a very small condenser. And it was probably my first time unsuccessfully using the big jug of Freon. So that's working. I put a neutral safety switch and reverse light switch, which I still haven't wired. Installed my reverse lights, but they're wired back there. Put that in there. Got this battery switch to where it'll kill the truck. Man, what a pain. I wired everything the way I thought, and it was wrong. You have to run the alternator to the battery side of the switch because the alternator keeps the stinking truck running. It sounds stupid. I've been doing this a long time. I didn't realize that on a fuel-injected vehicle with a big old fuel pump, I figured you kill the battery side of it, this thing's done. Now this I think it's a 160 amp alternator. It just keeps on chugging along. So got that fixed up. That's about it on this thing. I'm going to show y'all in a minute. I'm just going to spray it down with this Sweet Patina Happy Ending. I used a little bit this weekend, man. It really cleans it up good. It's a detail spray from Sweet Patina. It works really great on that. I would imagine it works great on any clear coat. It works great on his clear coat for sure. But quick weekly update. Tino didn't get much done this week. I was busy on some other stuff, but the Dakota gauges are in, and this is a 15-inch reproduction steering wheel to look like the factory one, and it actually accepted the GMC horn button, which we were really worried about, and it worked. This is from Summit. I think it's American Retro made in China. American made in China. So that's a cool steering wheel, and it was only $300, so pretty cool. Under the hood, I don't think anything got done under the hood. We were waiting on some stuff to come in, and the gauges and a few other things so I can get ready to wire it. I'm trying to get everything I need here to wire it. That way I got it all and I'm not going back and rewiring stuff. We had a little delay on selecting gauges, and we finally picked our gauges, and now we're rolling. This is a Summit billet cap like I put on the Diamond T, but it's 6-bolt instead of 12 to put on here. Wanted to make a little Hack Shack logo to go on there. That I ordered the stuff to put a new pump in here and some other things. It's a nitrous outlet tank, and it had this pump, and they sell a new one, so we don't want to risk going lean. Transmission dipsticks on. I made this little tab out of their tab. It's a low car. Just kind of hide it a little bit. This thing has a purge solenoid back there, so I'm gonna purge it. I'm gonna come in the firewall through this hole right here, and then come out the cowl. And I rigged up the old antenna with a piece of tubing, put a fitting on the bottom. I'm gonna JB weld this in there because I don't really have any other way. It fits really snug, but I don't want it to come out. But we're gonna purge the nitrous through a fake looking antenna. I think that's gonna be super cool. Okay, updates back here. Oh, I locked the door for some reason, or somebody did. Dark, let there be light. All right, the Apache is good to go. I borrowed the leak detector, an awesome machine. It was I think Bacharach was a brand. I would buy one, but it's almost $700, and this is the only time I've ever needed one. I'll rent it from EC if I have to. Thank you, EC. Worked beautifully. High pressure switch, Vintage Air high pressure switch was leaking where it crimped together. So fix that. She's charged up, good to go. Just waiting on them to pick it up. No big deal. I think early next week or maybe this weekend they're gonna pick her up. 47, we're waiting on seat belts, but she's good to go. Got the new tank in, I painted it black. Installed, fixed an air leak in the cab, adjusted the coilovers, a bunch of little crap, but she's running good and driving good, and very happy about that. Waiting on seat belts, like I say. They acted like they were in stock when I ordered them, and then I called, and the buckles have been on back order. But we just happened to get them in today. You know, the day I called, we just happened to get them. But whatever, it is what it is. Tyler's C30. Not much you can see under here that's changed, but she's running good. The transmission is not working. It's a 48 RE, and we suspect that it has early electronics in it. So we ordered new electronics for it for a later model transmission, which this is. But it had that 47 RE park rod in it, so we're thinking maybe it's got 47 RE early electronics in it. None of the electronic part of the transmission works. So you can manually shift it 1, 2, 3, and then it has no overdrive, no lockup. It will not shift itself at all. So it's an electronic problem. It shifts good when you manually shift it, and it works good, and it runs. My motor runs excellent. I turned the fuel screw up a little bit because the pre-boost fuel smoke screw. We got a little smoke out of it, and hopefully it builds boost a little faster because it's a little laggy, but not terrible. We still got these hanging because we got to program everything, but then we'll mount them up in the dash. The anteater controllers right here. We put the manual air valves here. This is for the Dakota Digital for calibrating, and then brake controller. Air ride works, or I say air ride, it's helper bags, but everything works. We're 99% done with it. All we got to do is calibrate the gauges, finish that, and mount those, and then put the electronics in the transmission. And I'm waiting to drive it to calibrate the gauges. I also got to figure out the speed signal. Waiting on a call back from Fire Punk. Hopefully they give me a call back soon. That's about it for the weekly update. Let's go shine up this turd and get going to this little cars and coffee thing. We'll give you some footage from there. Just put a little light coat of this stuff on there. I need these wheels too. And just like most sweet patina, as you see, it just really shows the fingerprints and stuff all over it. But it's a brand new microfiber. Try not to scratch my fancy clear coat here, especially since we just spent so much time polishing it. But I don't know if it's coming out in the camera, but golly, this stuff is shiny. One of my friends, actually a customer and a friend, the guy Wayne who owns the Tino truck and the 47, he came over and he looked at it after we polished it, and he said, "Man, looks like somebody just poured syrup all over that thing. It's so deep looking and wet looking." He's right. This is a good clear coat. All right, I'm gonna zip through wiping this thing down. Check it out. Now that it's wiped down and clean, I realize that I have some big loom I want to put around these tractor radiator hoses because I hate the way they look. So I'm gonna try to knock that out real quick. So I guess I'll just put that camera over here, the DJI, and try to get some footage of that. Every time. Get my big butt in the truck and the battery switch is off. There we go. Live now.
You ready for next week?
Yep. I don't know if this is.
Oh, come on.
Well, that was another, oh, we made it back. That was another 65 or 70 mile round trip. So back in one piece, no problem. AC worked all the way home. Pretty happy with that. Now we're gonna chill out for a little bit, and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of this video. This stupid thing has got a rattle that I can't figure out, so I'm fixing to put it on the lift and change my front shocks. So I guess come along with me for that junk. Use this lift, so move the C30 out of the way. Hit that battery switch, because I don't leave any of them on, ever. Make sure I don't have a chock on this side too, I can't remember. Yep. So it's got these Fox remote reservoir. They're for a lift, and I took the lift off, and I thought it would work, but I'm thinking that's got to be my rattle. I don't know what else it could be. I've checked everything. I've tightened everything. I mean, if this don't fix it, I'm gonna sell it, I think. Well, O'Reilly got me again. Guess I'm changing one shock today. Look at this. KG 54103. KG 54103. These two shocks came out of those two boxes. They're supposed to be identical. Okay, so I got one shock changed on this junk and still rattling. And then I found half the bumper bolts, the nuts were missing off of them, so it was rattling like crazy. That wasn't it. I don't know what it is. I'm about to pull my hair out. It's Sunday morning. I thought I would have another shock today, but they're saying it's not gonna be there till like 5 o'clock. So I may just wait till tomorrow and get it, but I really don't think it's the shocks. I thought it was, but now I don't think it is. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'll just, wow, that was kind of scary. I got the doors open the shop, front to back, and that little side door open a little bit. It's a beautiful day today. The weather's turned amazing here. So Juanita's over here working on putting some, she's obsessed with ducting the AC to the front of the cab for us. So she's trying to put some spare duct hoses we got together and route them to the front. She's gonna try to run them through the top channel up here and pop out right here in the grab handle that I made. I think that'll be pretty cool. It'll help a lot, get some air in your face, but she wanted to do that, so she's gonna do that.
Okay, let's see if we can do this AC ducts. Extend them. These are scrap pieces what we have. We shall see. Okay, let's see if I can run this first one. My plan is to come through here, wrap around here, drop down, and tie into this one that's already. So, let's get to work. Yes, I did. Can't reach right there. It's not much room for me to grab it right now. With the roll bar in the way. I think I'll come down this way. Problem is, it's squishy. Gotta make sure I have enough to tie into over here. Incarnation. Piece of welding wire. get it back out. All right, I know y'all don't want to see me fight this, so I'll come back when I got it ran the way I want it. Okay, so got one done, and let me show you how it's being done. So it's coming from the AC box. It's gonna run. This is just the first one. And around here, of course, I've got to zip tie it. It goes around the roll bar, all the way up around here, around this, behind the door seal. I don't know if y'all can see that. There it goes. Which is very hard to do because there's not much room to get it through. All the way to right here. And I do have some car vents, round car vents that's gonna come so you could turn it, close it. So now it's time to do this side. What you doing, Gregory? Let's see if I could do this side without cussing. This is the hardest part, is trying to get it and around. Yep, looks like I'm gonna cuss this one out too. So I'll be back to show you this one. Okay, that was a struggle as well. And just so y'all know, bed liner does not go good on cuticles. But let me show you what I've done. So, it goes from the AC box, wraps around. You can't see it, but it's behind this bar, up and around, all the way to right here. And like I said, I have car vents that are coming, so it'll go in there. His is the same thing. Right there, wraps all the way around that bar, comes down behind there to the AC vent, or the AC box. And then I have this small one right here, which I still got to tie up and position so it points directly at him. But that is it. There was lots of cussing done that was not on the video. So we shall see how well this works for race week. Okay, so now that I got the air conditioner ducts ran, we went inside, ate lunch, came back out. Amazon driver showed up with my AC vents. I ordered these off, well, of course, Amazon. I just said Amazon driver. But it's a pack of 2. So let me show you what they look like. So here they are. They close, they open, and they swivel, so you can point it in any direction. This piece screws into another piece that goes to the hose. It was actually a little bit smaller than the AC hose, so I had to add a piece of radiator hose to fill in between. But there they are. There's one over there and one over here. Well, I didn't like that they were just dangling, so I designed, it's not the best, but a piece to fit here, and it's zip tied here and here, of cast acrylic. I cut that with my laser machine. So now they're not really, I gotta put a zip tie here still, but they're not gonna fall out. But there they are. He's got one on his side too. But I also, because we had this vent, and I only ordered 2, I just 3D printed this little vent cover. I still have to mount it so it's not falling out and everything, but there is that. But they're pretty cool, I think. So he can't freeze me out, because now I could close mine or redirect it in any way.
Okay, this is cool. I'm sure she's already shown you, but she ran that all up in there behind the roll bar. Don't look at my mispaint. I can't get in there with her. Couldn't get in there to paint it, but they freaking work. Blowing cold air in your face. It's awesome. Thank you. This is cool. I probably would have never done it, but it needed to be done. All right, and then we're gonna try our pit crew thing out and see what we're gonna do to swap the tires over. Okay, ready to swap tires? What are we gonna do? You gonna run the wrench or the jack or the tires?
I don't know.
How do you wanna do it? We
Well,
gotta practice.
I know we gotta practice, but I don't know where the jack would need to go
So I'll run the jack,
and which impact are we using.
the big one.
Oh, so I get to strip them out.
Come on, pit crew. Give me the plastic thing out of it. The back of the wheel. It's a hub center deal. It fits. It came with the fuels, but I like it, and so it just helps. You want to do that? Or you want me to do that?
No.
Sure.
Hang on. Go make me a sandwich.
scratching my wheels. They were scratching my wheels and scratching y'all behind. I'll just play on Facebook while you do this.
Shut up. Is there like a different setting?
Nope, just tighten them up. Go. What I do is go with that one.
It's not wanting to go in there. More?
A little bit. Alright, I'll be crazy. Then straight across. Now, this one. Straight across. Now go around the world. Harbor Freight making a moan. Never start with the impact.
No.
That just looked like you might have wanted to. And if you, so on these, spin the wheel, use the battery in the wheel, and then bind up. The rear, you probably guess that's about it on the tire change. She did really good, I think. We were supposed to go to a Cars and Coffee deal this morning, but it appears to have been canceled. Nobody will answer the phone, and the flyer has been taken down off Facebook. So I guess we're just gonna mess around the shop today. Oh, I do that. Oh, look, I'm so excited. I'm excited because she's out here helping. But since yesterday morning, we had a swap out. The 47 Chevy went home, and this C10 came in. It's got a little bit of a wiring nightmare going on. It's got a new harness in it, but it's kind of a disaster in there. So it's not charging. The EFI, it's got a sniper on it. The EFI is not working great. And I got this gauge cluster is out of that green truck. Same customer. And I'm gonna put this gauge cluster in there because the one that was in here is let's just say it's subpar for what we like. So we're gonna swap that out for him and see if we can get her dialed in. But all right, I'm gonna go do some investigating and get back with you. So I think this track bar that's probably made for a lift, I think it's rocking in there and hitting right here and right here. The corners of this nut is kind of rounded. So okay, got the new track bar from Advance because O'Reilly wanted $180 something for their best price on their Precision brand, whoever makes that in China. I just happened to look at Advance's website and they had a Moog factory replacement panhard bar for like right at $100. So track bar didn't fix it. I don't understand. Okay, well, I've run out of patience with this thing and time and effort and want to on a Sunday. I've tried everything. I've tightened up rear suspension bolts, tightened front bolts, put a wrench on everything. It has this free spin hub kit. So I even zip tied the front axle shafts so they can't spin and make noise. I don't know what this noise is, and the phone won't pick it up to put it on video. It's such a slight, it's like a knocking noise. The only thing I can figure is it's one of the Heims in one of these Carly control arms. So right now I got to get back to getting ready for race week. I didn't have time to mess with this the whole freaking day, but anyways, I'm trying to figure out this noise on my truck that I love. I don't want to sell it, but I'm I'm about ready to. Oh man, I'm about ready to. So I guess after race week, I'm just gonna replace the control arms with some factory like Moog replacements because I don't need these. Because at some point the previous owner had 37s on a skinnier tire on this, and he needed those arms for clearance. I don't need them. So I'm gonna just put some stock ones on, put stock track bar back in it, and stock replacement shocks if O'Reilly will ever come through with one. But I'm gonna do that, and if that doesn't fix it, then I probably really will sell it. I mean it this time, maybe, probably not, but whatever. All right, let's go do some Diamond T stuff that makes me happy. I'd imagine you can't really hear me very well, but the AC works good in here, and these vents are killer. She did a badass job. She even put a little vent on this one. It's blowing right at my right armpit. Keeps me nice and cool. Brand new Mickey Thompson. Look at that rollout. See if you can see it in the video. Not awesome. Doesn't shake or do anything crazy. Okay, so I lied. I said it wasn't shaking. Well, I don't know why, but on the way to town, I didn't really feel it as much as on the way home. After I made that little video trying to show the rollout, It was shaking pretty bad at 65, 70. So I got home and talked to my buddy who sponsored the tires, and he said he was going to try to get another one. But I want to show you this. Juanita has this contour thing. Okay, this is a good tire. Right? It fits on there perfect. It was over in the center.
Over here?
Yeah, right there. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but look how it's like 1/8 of an inch out. You can feel like a flat spot in the tire right here. And I swear I can see a bulge here, but I'm not sure. Put it right here.
It's right here.
Yeah, it looks low there too. I thought I felt it like a bulge. Maybe it's just on the high spot where it's coming up, but this tire is junk. I'm not driving on this again, and I'm definitely not going down the drag strip on it. 130 miles an hour on that. That would not be very good. So, nice little update from O'Reilly. I go up there, they bring out the new replacement shock. The box comes out, it's all torn up, got tape on it, they pull it out. It is the exact same wrong shock. You can't even make this up. Dirty. Somebody's already tried to install it, looks like, but so they ordered me another one. We'll wait another day. I don't really need that lift back there, which the Dodge is not down. It's just missing a shock. I can't drive it anywhere. Oh, but I guess this really about concludes the video. Next week's video is going to be us getting to race week, and well, now they're saying there's a storm in the Gulf that's going to hit us between now and then. So I don't know. We'll catch up with y'all next week and let you know where we're at. But hopefully we will be at race week on the next video. So I guess we'll see y'all next week, and appreciate y'all watching. Later.